Yeah! Oh man, looking forward to this entire day that we've been at work coding on our stuff. Hmm? Why? Okay. So every time. Oh no. Oh no, again. Every time we start this game, we have to. Oh boy, okay. Why can't I use the game capture? Force scaling. I cannot select the window like this. This is terrible. Good. What? Why is it full scale now? Okay. Like now I see this. Now we can edit it when this game is. Wow. Okay. Sweet. Let's restore. Dappa load. Glitch. All right.
It's a volumetric hologram. Even I know I can't actually grab it.
Remains. You never personally performed an autopsy, but you're sure that you'd need more than your bare hands. Oh no. Okay,
It's already been compiled for the report.
Okay.
It's operated by Central. There isn't anything I can do with it. The strangely configured memory module demanded by the blackmailer. It gives Lau a headache when she's too near it, suggesting it's broadcasting a signal that her wetware is picking up.
Yeah. Let's talk with Central for a bit. Central, hub systems are experiencing technical difficulties. Please wait. Oh.
Great. I couldn't confess even if I wanted to.
So let's go talk with our lead. She's not in here.
Better not touch it, Chit. Lau's probably got her own plans for it.
Dr. Regis. The optical feed from your office is no longer functional. Based on... Oh, okay. It's the same as before. Okay, so we're not supposed to do anything here.
Huh. I guess I should have turned these over to the evidence locker.
Oh. So you can tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions. It looks like President's the only one at the office. Waiting room?
Hey, kid. You alright?
I guess we will leave them. Let's go to the balcony. I wonder if the blackmailer will show up.
It's empty. I don't even know what this thing is compatible with.
Okay, we're not supposed to be here. What is our objective even? Are we supposed to do the autopsy or what? We probably are supposed to do the autopsy. Okay then.
It's already been compiled for the report. Apparently, the high quantities of explosives in his bones was giving him joint problems. Poor kid must have been in a lot of pain. Why would I want to harm him anymore?
Yeah, why would you? I actually have no idea what we do at the moment. Let's call Lau.
Hey, this is Max Lau. I can't take your call right now. If this is Regis, remember the answer usually is switch it off, then on again.
Oh, the computer.
The X-ray shows I was right. He had the spinal brace for scoliosis. It's a symptom of the genetic adjustments made to his bones.
If you start heating gel all over the remaining volatiles, you're likely to end up triggering an explosion. Yeah, I know, that was what we wanted to do.
They've been using drones. Looks like it's finished with the autopsy. I don't even know what this... Hey, kid. I'd better not. Might break if it's overcharged.
At the moment, I'm trying to remember what the fuck are we doing here.
The strangely configured gives Lau a headache when she's too... I don't even know what this...
Okay, it's not in here. Cannot do anything in surgical lab, right?
They've holomapped his bone structure. Years of gene tampering left this kid's bones weakened and warped all around his body.
Oh, there's nothing left in this building to do. Other than the waiting room. I have no idea about the waiting room. Hey, okay. Is that something underground here? Fragments?
What the hell is this?
It
Okay,
is
good.
what you saw earlier to show you two things. Firstly, it serves to prove what I have in my possession. Second, that you must be very careful what you say when you speak with me.
I
Okay.
have the memory module from Vanderwall's place.
Good. Place it on the bench in your garden.
No, don't do it. I don't want to place it there.
I don't even know what...
Oh, bollocks. Okay, we're forced to place it there. Damn it. I don't want to give in to that guy.
Okay, module's
think-
in the garden.
He thinks he might have some
I'm sending you an
leverage, but
address.
he doesn't.
It's a dump of a studio apartment out in the barrel. The occupant is on vacation. I want you to destroy it.
Excuse me?
Procure an explosive device, plant it within his apartment.
Fuck that.
Theft of evidence is one thing, but I cannot, will not destroy an apartment.
Come now, Doctor. What would Viksha think? You're putting pride before the safety, the lives of your children.
Fuck
How
those.
do I know you won't just, like this one, you'd...
You don't. This is the best chance you have of their survival in any
And you
case.
could have faked
Destroying
it.
an unoccupied apartment, that's all I ask.
No. No way. No. That's where No, I don't want to leave it there. Give us the choice to not leave it there. Gah! Have some integrity, man. Integrity. Do not back down. Do not accept a blackmailer's stuff. It just snowballs their demands. Okay, so where do we find the bomb, though? We need the bomb, though. Where to find one? We can use it with the cooking gel, though. Does this mean we need to use this body, like the head? Yeah. Okay. So we can probably blow ourselves up here, so let's save.
I can't figure that.
Going to affect her, I know it.
Got it.
It'd be an understatement to say it's been a bad day.
No kidding. I sure wouldn't want to be you.
Yeah, I've got a few problems, but I'm not going to let them threaten what I care about any longer.
You say that, but I think you're yellow.
Hey, I've got a plan.
If you're so decisive, why haven't you unfrozen any of those embryos?
It's been 20 years, Regis.
You know who it is, Dr. Regis. There's only one person it could be, isn't there?
You think it's Baxter?
Well, you certainly do.
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Where are they, you son of a bitch?
I saw your handiwork and was most impressed.
So you'll give them back?
I'm sending you an address. You'll find your reward there.
Wait. Baxter? How? How is this possible?
Everybody loves
Begin recording.
Baxter.
Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've caught me. It wouldn't be right if I couldn't explain things to you, though. I've been blackmailed, with the lives of my kids. I traced the calls the blackmailer made. There's only one man who would have done this. And yet, thanks to the neural governor, he's also the only one who never could have. I've got to see that justice is done. Good luck, Max.
Oh boy. So this is going to be a tragedy.
Hey, Charlie.
That's Dr. Regis, corpseman.
Oh, sorry, Dr. Regis. Sir, I need your help, Doctor. Rescue brought someone in, but I'm not qualified to take the statement.
I'm very busy, Corpseman. Can't you find Santiago or Lau?
No, sir. They're still in the AR lab, trying to fight off the heuristic attack. It'll only take a second, sir.
Fine.
Oh, thank you, sir. I've been panicking all evening about it. She's in the waiting room at the end here.
Oh, that's that lady.
Oh, hey, some service. These flexes are broken. I can't input anything.
That's because they're not flex screens. They're sheets of paper.
Paper? What is this, the Dark Ages?
I'm Dr. Regis. I'm a cell agent. I've been sent to give you the standard debrief after being involved in something like this. It's our role to do all we can to keep you safe.
Yeah, great job with that so far.
Can I take your name and SOC number?
Sesame Ladha as in 134244.
That's a nice name. Indian? Sri Lankan?
Dunno. Raised by the city. Why do you care?
My wife was Sri Lankan. She always... Oh, you don't care, do you?
That obvious?
Any aliases? Net, trance, flow, those sorts of things?
Mandala.
What's your employment status?
What do you think? Blue recycled overalls?
So, not currently employed.
Duh.
Perhaps they didn't think you had the right attitude for it. Your health status?
Dunno.
How do you not know that?
Been busy. Only come out to eat.
You're a thrall. Shall I put net addict then?
Put what you want. I don't care.
Where do you live?
The trance.
And where is your physical address?
Well, it was 13E8682 Zeus Street.
Excuse me?
13E8682 Zeus Street?
Why are you here at Cell?
They didn't tell you? Someone cut my network and locked my apartment. I just about managed to crack the door when the whole damn place exploded.
Exploded?
Sure, I didn't like the place, but I didn't do it. Hey, is there a net connection here? I haven't been able to hook up for hours.
Excuse me.
So, can I go?
Corpseman, the girl in there's life may be at risk. Do not let her leave without authorization from myself or Dr. Lau.
Can do, Dr. Regis.
Empty apartment, my ass. That girl was locked in there. That asshole knew what would happen when he wanted her killed. I know what he has against me, but why her as well?
Why is this taking so long? Can I get back in the trance yet? It won't bring up the menu. The insert coin message on the screen is in the way.
Oh no, we need watchware first. Do we have watchware? Did you?
Everything I can scrape off my hands is in the cup. I can't use it. Huh? Fixed to the floor. Better not. What? Better not. I can't. As much as I'd like to, there must be something worse I can do to it.
Anything else? Let's talk to him.
Hello? Guess he doesn't feel like talking. I may not be 100% clear. I can't use.
Okay.
I can't reach it from here. I can't reach.
Hey,
What?
would you mind not doing that?
Okay.
Doing what? I wasn't doing anything.
I can see you, you know. The camera's there for your own safety.
Fine.
Okay.
I gotta find a way to fix that.
I know how to fix that.
I can't reach it from... Huh?
Yeah, stand on it.
I can't reach...
What? Of course you can reach it.
I don't think I can...
Paper?
I don't think I...
No?
I can't reach...
Okay. And we don't have any... Oh. Are we supposed to recycle?
Doesn't look like it wants to barter.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't look like...
No, don't do that
Doesn't
again.
look... Old-fashioned hollow hardware for... It may only show the nude.
Hey,
What?
would you mind?
Doing what?
The cap.
I'd better...
No. We cannot reach up there. And to put this on. We don't have the wetware to turn it off.
It won't bring up the menu. You want this? Guess he doesn't... Hello? He looks sick. I hope I don't catch anything off. They must have huge vents. Hey! Let me out! I didn't do anything! The lighting fixture's broken. Maybe someone went nuts in here and took it out on the light. It's different from mine, a whole lot older. There's a message on the panel. Insert coin? Whatever that means. Old-fashioned hollow hardware. This must be where people in here get water when they want it. A stainless steel trash can. They probably go through everything guess they're out.
Okay.
The table's screwed into the ground. It's the paperwork they wanted me to fill out. Who even uses paper anymore? A rubbery plastic sheet? Why would he have needed... Oh, ew! I can't read...
How are we supposed to block it?
Doesn't look like... Doesn't look like...
Okay.
You want this?
Maybe we can do something in trance. Let's see, what options do we have? These few things. Oh yeah. We already read this. So, can we fill this
I
with
don't think
water?
I can fill that up.
Sure.
Better... I don't...
Cannot fill that up.
I don't think I... It's already full.
Yes, I know.
Better not.
What? So we cannot give him the water. I know that we need to make a wetware out of this.
I can't use it like...
Okay.
I can't use it.
Hmm.
I can't read.
Hey,
What?
would you mind?
Doing
Yes.
what?
I can't see you. The camera.
I'd better find...
Okay.
What? Doing what?
The
I'd better...
And we
I
cannot
can't
do
read-
that. Can we move the chair or something? No. We can't. This one is good. Well, we cannot stand on this to reach up here. Okay. That didn't.
Huh? I can't... I can't... I can't...
No, you can't do that.
Hey,
What? Doing what?
I
can't... It's all... I can't...
Or no is no. No. So we cannot wake this guy up. Our objective is to make this camera not work anymore, or not be able to see us. Cannot. Yet the items we have, and there isn't really any other items. Well. Yeah, we're pretty much stuck. We cannot use trans because we don't have a wetware. So one thing would be to use these to use the items in here to make a wetware. But that theory doesn't really work. This guy is knocked out
Hello?
cold. We can't do anything.
It's the paperwork. A rubbery plastic sheet? Why would he have needed... Oh, ew! This will open an individual's mind to the trance and load their mind-machine interfaces hub.
So either we don't have an item. I've tried every possible combination as well, but...
You want... I'm not giving it back.
Of course not.
Hey,
What? Doing what?
hey,
What?
Mm-hmm.
Doing what?
the camera.
I may not...
Hey,
What?
What?
Doing what? 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 This must be where people... I don't think I can fill... I can't use... I can't...
Can't fill it up, why?
A rubbery plastic sheet? Oh.
Okay. Wait. Use the big terminal to call in. Wait, you can use the big terminal. I thought I've been trying to use this. Is it you can left click this? Oh, you could. I thought I had already tried to interact with it.
Can I speak to you?
Sure, just a second.
Yeah, that makes stuff easier.
I'm starving. It's been days since the last time I ate.
And was that because you were deep in the trance?
That's not the point. I couldn't get the food machine in here to work.
Oh yeah, they take tokens. Here, have a few. You'll be able to get yourself something.
Is it any good?
What kind of machine do you have at home?
The kind that came in Skanto apartments.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, kind of about that.
Why are you keeping me in this cell?
Oh, this isn't a cell. The cells are only 2 cubic meters.
That's not the point! I didn't break the law!
It's for your own safety. Charlie's asked to make sure you stay here until he gets back.
I don't feel very safe. Who was that guy who came in?
Oh, Charlie? He's one of the most experienced agents in Cell. A lot of people have trouble getting on with him, but he's just businesslike.
It sounded like he was panicking about something.
I've never thought of him as someone who gets worried. Grumpy a whole lot of the time, sure.
So...
Just Corpseman, actually. What's your name?
Sesame, Latha.
Nice to meet you, Miss Sesame. Pardon my asking, but you were raised by the city, weren't you?
You read that on my file?
Nah, I was too.
No way.
Yeah, we're practically family.
What's wrong with that guy on the bed? He hasn't said a word in hours.
We're not sure. He was picked up on the street yesterday. It looks like he's come down with a psychophage issue.
So you're just ignoring him?
Well, there's not much we can do until we know what it is.
Why let it show symptoms? Why not connect someone?
All of our Infowar teams are busy with the... never mind.
My apartment exploded.
Oh, ouch. Was it a nice place?
Well, no, but that isn't the point.
Accidents like that happen sometimes.
It's not
At
an
least
accident.
Cell were able to get you out.
I'm not sure it was an accident. My connection was cut and my doors were locked before it happened.
Who'd want to hurt you, though?
That's just it. I don't know who. I mean, I've pissed people off in net matches sometimes, but this? Thanks for that.
Anytime.
It doesn't take... I put some of it in the cup. I can't use... It does... I can't reach it. Doesn't look like it... I can't... Ugh, how much of this slop do I want in my pockets?
Mm-hmm.
The cup's getting full. It'd be a wetware growth culture if it was any warmer.
Mm.
I can't use...
Hi there.
Can I speak?
Sure.
So, how'd you know I was raised by the city?
It was a guess, but your name was a clue. You ever notice how they always assign kids names from nature? Quince, Sesame. We even had a pomegranate in my center.
Huh. I suppose that's true. Never met any with any cool names, though. No tigers or anything.
Yeah, I don't think they do the extinct ones, though.
So, how'd you end up working for Cell?
I'm not sure, really. Kinda drifted in. Most of the kids from my center ended up here. Monroe Center, down by the coast, that is. Where'd you grow up?
Taylor, near the lake. Most of us just ended up on Skanto, unemployed.
I'm sorry to hear that. Personally, I think us city kids should stick together. There are so many of us, we'd be a force to be reckoned with.
So, what's your first name, Mr. Corpseman Quince?
It's Amadi, an Angolan name. Apparently that's where my family came from, but I've been here as long as I can remember. The first names are always from kids' cultural backgrounds. What about Latha? Is that, Indian?
Dunno. Probably. I came with a refugee shipment from the war. You ever feel like exploring your roots?
Not really. I grew up here. Newton is my home.
Yeah, there isn't really much for me in the old country either. Except thousands of kilometers of radioactive hot zone. Would I be able to get some privacy?
What do you mean?
Well, with that camera, I don't think I can, you know, personal stuff, business.
I'm sorry. I understand how you feel, but I can't cut the camera.
What? That's not fair!
All of the cameras are tied into the centralized network. We can't turn them off, even if we wanted to. It's for your security.
Oh, I see. You're not able to.
Charlie doesn't like it either. He keeps breaking the camera in his office. Central gets real mad at him for that.
I've been in here for hours. The guy in the bed isn't much company. What is there to do?
There's the terminal. You could check the news.
Ugh, I can't stand this much of the real world. It's so slow.
I'm sorry. People don't usually spend so long in here. It's just taking a bit longer than usual.
I need to get back in the trance. How can I make a connection?
Sorry, we don't allow trans connections from inside Cell.
What? That's inhuman! I have rights, you know!
Not to an internet connection, you don't.
Come on, I could just hook something up through that terminal.
I'm sorry, but it's for security.
Thanks for that.
Anytime. Just call if you need anything.
Prying it open with a fork won't...
Hmm. So, we need to make it warm somehow.
They must have huge vent... I can't...
It's breathe? Breath?
You want this? Get... I may not be 100% clear on paper, but... I may not... I... As much as...
Like, we're not gonna start a fire.
I could probably pop it open if I could reach it properly.
Hey, good if you stood on this.
It's already better now. I can't use it. Doesn't look...
No, don't
Hey,
do it
what?
like that.
Do I bet...
No!
What? Doing what?
How can we make it warmer?
I can't use... I can't. That sure won't make it. I can't. I don't know how, but they've made it even worse than my food machine does. You want this? Huh. Doesn't look like it wants.
There we go.
Hey, what did you do? I've lost the feed from the camera. Oh, jeez, Charlie's gonna kill me. Why did you do that?
I like my privacy.
Just don't do anything stupid, okay? Please?
Okay, good.
There, the table has been freed. It's broken, but I can't use. Ah! Ouch. I can't. It's broken, but it doesn't. I've given it a handle made of. I can't use it.
Okay, so we cannot warm it up just. We put papers there. Papers will burn.
This kind of sums up my feelings about paperwork. No way. The reaction take. I can't hold them the whole time.
Trash can.
I guess that's sorta safer. Let's see if this works. Easy. Nothing stands between me and my trance.
Go.
I can't reach it from here.
Can't we move
I
the
think it
base?
looks better without the screws.
Yeah.
The table's only got. I can't reach.
Yeah, I want to kind of like push it over here. So we can get up here. How do we do that? Do we stand up on here and then do it like that? No. But how do we move it? Because you don't really press it on the
I think
base
it looks.
and then there. That doesn't. That kind of stuff doesn't really work.
Either it's got some pretty tough shielding from the look of. I can't.
See here. Can we do this?
The wetware won't form a connection with it.
Okay.
I
Right.
think it
Right. Get down.
Hell. Huh. Got it. I've made a connection with his neural hub. Hi there.
Oh, hey. Make yourself at home. Everyone else seems to in here.
I'm Mandela.
Guy, I'd shake your hand, but, well,
What's with Pinocchio?
it's a disguise. Normally, by this stage, the Trojan is in control of its host motor functions. It makes a really clumsy mind state echo of the host and uses it to try to make a convincing flight to Greater Han.
He didn't look like he's in control in meat space.
Peace, bread, and work in the Greater Han Republic.
It's kind of a stalemate at the moment.
He's taken to bombarding you with propaganda instead?
It thinks it can wear me down.
Long life and prosperity to our beloved land of Greater Han.
Anything I can do to help?
There would be, but I'm going to have to decline.
I don't think you're really in a position to bargain.
Hey, for all I know, you're a cell agent trying to breach my wiring. If I give you too much room, then I'm just swapping him over there as my oppressive influence.
The influence of the mighty Han Republic spans the world.
Why would Cell want to breach you?
Again, if I start telling you about that, then I'm incriminating myself. I'd love to help you help me, but I'd need to know we're on the same side.
You alright?
Oh yeah, just peachy. Well, I would be if that imposter would go away.
I am not an imposter. I am the real.
Host name.
How'd you wind up like this?
Well, you know that urban myth about the human resources Trojan?
The one that makes you move to China and join a factory collective?
Turns out, it's not a myth. If I'm correct, Cell have brought me in for treatment.
That's a good thing, right?
Well, duh. I don't want to work in a Han factory.
All glory to the Greater Han Republic.
Shut up!
Oh man, that's rich. That is rich.
So, why are you in a cell in Cell with a broken Trojan in your head?
I'm acting as a relay for pirated connections into Cell.
That sounds dangerous.
Pays good, though.
Money is the yoke of capitalism.
Thing is, it's been harder and harder to get into Cell HQ.
So you infected yourself with this?
They have to bring in someone with something like this. Even if they can't treat it, they can at least quarantine.
Giving you an ideal spot to relay signals through your neural wiring.
Exactly.
Anything I...
There would be, but...
I don't...
Hey, if I...
Why would...
Again, I'd...
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
Huh?
Can you help me? I must go to the Greater Han Republic.
In a sim like this, it's probably read-only. Better be careful what I touch. Anything could be a carrier for malware in here. Better be careful. Hi, guy.
Hey there.
Hello.
She wasn't talking to you!
You...
Oh yeah, well...
I am...
Don't go anywhere.
Huh?
All workers do not... The needs of the... In it. Display error. / accessing module.
Conversation 1.
The laborers of Han will overcome all obstacles. In it. Display / Can you help me? I must go.
Oh well, let's tell him a bit more about this.
Hi there.
Can I...
Sure.
Sorry about messing up the room.
Charlie's not gonna be happy. At least it's not hard to clean, all this concrete.
Thanks for that.
Anytime.
Okay, so we could mention about this to him.
Got it. I don't think I can fill that up. I don't... Better not. I can't reach it. I can't...
Let's see if we can find anything.
Alon wasalam.
Hi? I'm looking for the internet. Are you tapping the line as well?
Indeed I am, except we appear to be doing it from opposite directions.
You're a hacker.
That sounds so crude.
The sort who prefers to be called an adventurer?
I'm merely a concerned citizen. You can call me Jinsel.
I'm Mandela. This looks a lot like the kind of place I used to live.
It ought to. It was right above your own. In fact, we're trying to reconstruct the data from moments before the blast.
You know where I live?
We wouldn't be taking our responsibilities seriously if we didn't. We also know that it appears you've been targeted deliberately. These are shots we've been able to recover of the man who planted the bomb.
That's the guy I spoke to.
You know him?
Yeah, he's the cell agent who interviewed me. He left like an hour ago. Why would a cell agent be trying to kill me?
Often, Central's plots are unclear. This, however, is too direct and destructive for how Cell works.
You think it's personal, then?
In any case, he knows where you are and that you survived.
He's also got me trapped in one place again.
Then it's imperative that we help you to escape. Our agent may be able to help you with that. He is close at hand.
Why do you think it was me they were aiming for?
We hear things. We're also aware that prior to the blast, you were trapped.
Yeah, someone cut my connection and locked the door.
It would appear that you were being kept in place until the bomb was planted.
They probably could have just done it. I'd have been in trance for hours.
They had to be certain. But now that you've escaped, it appears that your life is still at risk.
Wait, the guy in the cell with me? Blonde pseudo-leather jacket, got the shakes?
That would be Guy, yes. He's acting as one of our relays within Cell.
You think he can help me get out?
We work within our own specialties, and his is Cell. If anyone were able to furnish a means for you to escape, it would be him.
Who do you run with? Collective? A nun?
We're a circle of truth seekers and underground journalists.
I like
We
truth
go by
seekers.
Jahilia.
Never heard of it. What's it mean?
Well, who controls the media today?
Chishiki? They're the biggest.
Exactly. Chishiki, whose name means knowledge. Except in this knowledge, there's nothing but trivia and lies. So where will people find the truth?
On the internet?
No, that's not quite it. Jahilia means ignorance. It's meant to be ironic.
Oh, I see. Even though you are on the internet, trance, that sort of thing, right?
I suppose. Anyhow, that's beside the point.
Looks like a partially built sim.
Indeed, we're using a number of different sources to reconstruct a scene. Cameras, chromatographs, even the charge variances and wiring.
So why are you hooked up to Cell? No offense, but you'd have to be crazy to hack Central.
Fortunately, Central is indisposed. An initial attack appears to have crippled it.
So lots of opportunists are trying their luck while the security's weak.
Precisely. I was assembling this sim at the same time, when you joined it through an outbound port.
I'd better disconnect and see if your guy can help me get out.
Bit Tawfiq, I've sent you the location to find us at. I'll be here should you require any further assistance in your escape.
No doubt about it. This is the one who spoke to me. Hi, Guy.
Hey there.
Hello.
She wasn't talking to you.
Jinsel says hi.
Oh, does she? Tell her she owes me double for this one. I lost touch with her hours ago.
She says you know a way out of here?
Well, sure. It's even easier when Central's down. Of course, I'm gonna need something from you.
Fine. What is it you want?
I need an edge to help me get rid of the chatterbox. For that, I need epinephrine. See if you can get them to bring any in.
And if they don't?
You look clever. You can probably find a way to make it.
Substance abuse is the curse of the working classes.
Why do you want this stuff?
The people here don't exactly know what they're doing. Cell's treatment might work, or I might walk out of here and straight to Greater Han. The epinephrine will give me enough of a boost to make sure it's me who wins the battle.
We must persevere in the great revolutionary struggle.
Plus, it's the kind of thing that most chemical synthesizers can make.
Wait, like a food machine?
Probably.
Don't go anywhere.
Huh?
Okay, so how do you make it?
Doesn't look like it wants to Ugh, how much of this doesn't look like... Either it's got some pretty tough shielding from... The fork won't fit in the seams around the edges. If I could find something more precise, though. Prying it...
Like this?
Ugh, how much of this...
Okay, we cannot do it with that.
Doesn't look like it...
Okay.
The fork won't fit in the seams around the edges. If I could find something more precise, though.
Like a needle. Or?
Either it's got some from the look...
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure.
The guy in the bed? I know what's wrong with him. He's contracted a human resources Trojan.
How would you know this? Have you been trancing with him? Because then we might have to quarantine you as well.
No, I had a friend come down with it.
Okay, then. I can get something to help. Unfortunately, I can only try to stabilize him for now. We have to wait for a specialist before we can try anything stronger.
Prying it open with a... Looks like it's full of medical stuff.
Hey, what are you doing to that drone?
I was just checking out the hardware. It's quite some gear you guys have.
I've done all I can for the moment. Let me know if he gets any worse, okay?
You're not supposed to stabilize. You're supposed to buff him up.
Wow, this is some really old hardware. It's going to need some upgrading if I want to make it produce anything complex.
Nice, we have the memory block and optical module. Time to trans. Oh, we don't have any tools.
I've got a question.
Yes.
You're occupying this terminal's internet port. Mind if I connect to the trans through you?
I'm sorry, that's not possible.
Oh, come on, man. I'll only be a few Gbps. I haven't been on in, like, hours.
I can assure you, the trance won't be going anywhere without you.
What's Guy's job?
He's a good friend of our cause, works as a relay. We keep a connection open to him, and he finds a way to get as physically close as possible to secure systems.
He looks like he could do with your help.
His link was lost several hours. He is lost.
What's your beef with? It must be something pretty big to go after one of...
In an organization like ours, the word secure raises red flags. The mere fact that Cell is so opaque tells us they've something they feel worth hiding.
I've never had any problems with them. They seem to do all right.
As long as you remain within your ever-flexible world of the trans, certainly. You may, however, miss that which happens in the tangle of the real that Central controls. And today there was an opportunity we just couldn't pass up.
Something's wrong with...
Not us. We've never seen anyone quite so devastatingly successful. A multi-vector heuristic denial of service attack against Central's inner systems.
But for that, you'd need...
Hundreds of thousands of systems, well-prepared, working in synchronicity.
Yeah,
Access to its innermost workings. It's almost too good to be true, all of Central down at a moment's notice.
How's the city still running?
They'll have auxiliary mechanisms in place. Newton's autonomic nervous system to Central's higher brain functions.
But the Central's suddenly down. Cell's security system was weaker than ever.
Precisely.
I read Yoshiki sometimes. What's wrong with them?
That depends. If you want the banal and the trivial, they're absolutely fine. By having a stranglehold on the world's media industry, they are capable of controlling what the majority of the population are aware of.
Are they lying to us?
No, merely deceiving.
Huh?
What they want people to know, they'll report wholly, truthfully, and factually. This is how they've established their credibility. If they or their allies wish something to be suppressed, they have thousands of hackers on staff to destroy systems that pose a threat.
You're kidding.
Not at all. They lead the world in private sector espionage through a number of subsidiaries. As far as Jahilia are concerned, the things most worth knowing are those that others wish hidden. That is why we work against Chishiki, to ensure that the world knows the whole truth.
This apartment looks almost exactly like mine. Well,
Not
are you?
unlike together.
Yeah, then I... Guy's going to help me get out, but I can't exactly go.
We have much to discuss, and that would be better done at a secure site. There are a number of terminal nodes we use as drop points. One of them, remember, do not access the trance on the net until we confirm it's safe.
Any idea why they're after me?
Have you been hacking anyone you shouldn't have?
Nobody who tried to kill me anyway. Could it be related to Cell? It was an agent who planted the bomb.
Not directly. If it was, they'd have finished you rather than keeping you prisoner. I have some theories as to what's going on, but we'll know more for certain later.
Once you've had a chance to pull data out from Central while it's down.
Exactly.
Come on, I need to get back in there!
I'm sorry, I have to keep this port open for our data miners. Plus, it may not be safe for you.
They've already got me in here. What's the worst that can happen?
Think it through. If whoever has been targeting you notices you've come back online,
They'd realize I was still alive.
and exactly where you are. I'm sorry, but until we find out exactly who they are and what they want, you're going to have to remain out of the trance.
Thanks.
Off one.
Okay.
That sure won't make it taste. I can't inject that. Unless it's a I can't Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Ooh.
A standard 1 terabyte memory block. This was apparently the only recipe available to Cell's food machine. I've already removed... Unless it's a component... The wetware won't form a connection. It's not compatible. I can't... I don't... That doesn't... It's not compatible. It's not... That's... As cool... It's not Looks like they cut costs, but... I think it looked... That isn't... I think it looked... I've already removed what I can.
Yeah, how do we move this over here?
I can't put it back. I haven't done anything to it. It'd still just make the brown stuff.
I agree.
That sure won't... As cool... That sure won't... That doesn't need...
Okay.
I can't use it... I can't use...
So how do we drag it over here? Oh boy!
They must have huge vents in this building.
How do we
I don't think I.
How do we
better-
upgrade this?
That isn't. I can't.
Let's talk. Oh, we could pick that up? Okay, that makes it easier.
I don't think this. I don't think.
Do I still have it here? Good.
It's not
There we go.
I hope it understands its new orders. I can't just put it back. I haven't done anything to it yet. The optics aren't sensitive enough to construct molecules like that.
We have to make it more sense. Oh.
Prying it open with a. That is. That sure won't make. As cool. That isn't. I've already removed what. Unless it's a component, I don't think it wants anything in there. The fork won't fit in the seams around the edges. If I could find. Either it's got some pretty tough from the. Unless it's a I don't think it's doing anything. I guess that shouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah.
You want this?
Okay, I guess we can cut him. Careful.
I don't think I... Guess I lost it. I think I've probably... I think it looks better with...
Hi there.
Can I...
Sure.
Let's see if he can give us something better.
Thanks for that.
Anytime.
Okay. Nothing more from him.
Hello? Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
So I bet what we're looking for is probably in the trans. Let's see if these can provide us.
I've got a
Yes.
Thanks.
Off what?
Hi, guy.
Hey there.
Hello.
Don't go.
So, how do we...
Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Bigger lens? Oh,
I think it looks...
okay. I think we found our bigger lens.
I've already removed what I can. I could probably pop it open if I...
Yes, so how do we drag this over here? Pop it open.
I can't reach it properly from... can't read. I think it. Huh? I think it looks better without.
Okay. I have no idea how we can move this around. I really want to move this over here so we can climb up here.
I can't reach it from. Huh? A stainless steel. They probably go. Better now. Better now. What? Drink straight from it? This must be where people. Better now. Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Camera has a good lens. Okay, can we even move this table? Wait, the table in the room has a pool table hotspot on both ends. Where? I haven't seen these. Okay, let's. Good.
I'm going to need something more precise to get it open. This might be useful. I think it. Not from up here.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to climb down, lady.
I can't. I've. I've upgraded the optical component with the. There. It should be a lot more sensitive with that now. Let's see what it can do now.
I'm a bit interested. Save.
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second. What? Can you move the table, please?
It won't bring up the menu. The insert coin message on the screen is in the way. It won't bring up the menu. The insert... It didn't sound like the machine enjoyed that. At least it managed to make me a cartridge of epinephrine. The cartridge is mounted in the ejector. Now let's see if he holds up his end of the bargain. Feeling better?
A whole lot, thanks. I managed to get rid of the knockoff. Give me a few hours, I'll be out of the wall and can help you leave.
I haven't got a few hours. What can you do now?
From here? Not much, but I could give you some options.
I need more than helpful suggestions.
I've got control of one of the utility drones. They use them for moving Kit around the building.
I might be able to escape if I was better equipped.
Atta girl. I've sent you the link to the drone. She'll be in your hub.
Alright. Can I cut here for this game?